Hey there. I hope everyone's doing great. I think you guys are all filled in with what I do. But if you're not, I am an architect and an interior designer at Roche Architecture Plus Design, a studio that I founded in 2020 straight out of college. So initially, I opened an Instagram page with my friend. And we were sitting there thinking, the company needs a name, right? So we came up with Rohit plus Aish is equal to Rosh. Simple, right? But that was the inception of the name. So I started uploading all of my college thesis work onto the Instagram page. And on the same day, we got our very first project through a DM. Yes, I said DM. Hey, are you interested in interior design? Because we just bought an apartment. And I was like, yes. No, that's not what I said. What I did say was, thank you for reaching out to Rush. One of our architects will reach out to you shortly. Professional. So that's how we got our first project. And a few weeks later, we signed a couple more. And I'm sitting on my dining table, which was my office, and thinking, I need a team. So I hired 4 interns because they're economical. So that was the story of how everything transpired. Many people ask me how I started my own business at the age of 22 straight out of college. Well, I'm hoping this talk will give you the answer. I've put together 9 points for you guys today that apply in life, not just entrepreneurship. So let's get to it. Number 1, prioritize yourself. Always. As an entrepreneur, you make 10 million decisions every day. You need to make sure that those decisions align to what you've been working for, how it's relevant for your future. Also, listen to your gut. It's right about 100% of the time. Because that feeling we're talking about is based on your experience. Number 2, respond with reality. My parents have been a huge support system for me. From letting me start my company on their dining table to doing a full-blown puja on the inauguration of my studio. They always keep asking me updates, How's the business going? How many clients did you sign on? What about GST? And did you pay income tax? And I was like, Linda, honey, calm down. Calm down. I would overreact to those questions. But you know what the reality is? That they will have more experience than I ever will. For that, you need to respond with reality. Number 3, don't have preconceived notions. What you think you know is probably half of what you actually know. When you start off young, your trust factor is low. Oh, will she be able to do this? What does this chinnaponna know? These are just few of the statements that I keep getting till date. What stops these preconceived notions? Hard work, and hard work. Their doubt vanishes into thin air when they see the dedication. Number 4 is pretty important. Time is money. So money is usually considered an important aspect of life. But most of us tend to forget another important parameter that adds value to your life: time. You need to spend time doing things that bring you happiness. Maybe it's traveling, reading a good book, or spending quality time with the people you love. When you start considering wasting time equals wasting money, you'll realize its value. Basically, stop procrastinating and start doing. Number 5, keep the attitude, always. When you're in the service industry, you need to give your 100% every day, starting from your appearance to your aura. These heels can get a little uncomfortable, I won't deny, but it looks damn good. You need to make sure that your attitude is exactly the same from when they met you first. And by attitude, I mean three things: the way you feel, the way you think, the way you behave. For example, feel. It may be your clothes that make you feel a certain way about your opinion. Think. I always think in the best interest of my client. That's a good attitude to have. Behave. Be punctual. It makes for a very good first impression. Number 6, process brings clarity. Design is very subjective. You might like this top, you might not, and you might think it's okay. So how do you convince a client that what you've designed for them is flawless? They need to make a decision, right? Yes, I like this, or no, I don't. What makes any decision-making process easy? Clarity. And what brings about that clarity? The process. The process sets guidelines for the clients to make an informed decision with clarity. Once you understand the life cycle of your client, you'll be able to design their experience. A process is already in play. Number 7, dependency is equal to laziness. Entrepreneurship is not easy. I've had to upskill like crazy. There are so many verticals in the business that you need to be aware of. There's operations, sales, finance, marketing, legal, and the list goes on. Think of Bob the Builder. He would just come in with his tools, fix it, and bounce. Be a Bob. He was not dependent on anybody. If you're like, ma'am, my accountant's gonna take care of it, you're gonna get cancelled. You need to know how GST works, what an input credit is, how and why you're paying income tax. Don't worry, I found out when I was 22 and I'm still learning. Dependency is equal to laziness, a point to remember. Which brings me to my second last point. Be honest. Be honest about what you're capable of. Be honest about your opinion. Because when the client hears that honesty, the trust factor hugely increases. I've had clients who tell me, you take a decision, I'm sure it's going to be great. That feeling of trust, cherish it. Because it's a result of hard work and honesty. Which brings me to my last point. Make more noise. Your work is your baby. You've carefully curated everything. So what now? You need to publish your work. You need to document. You need to write about it. You need to make reels about it. Or maybe even get invited to a TEDx event and talk about it. You need to make more noise in every way possible. Be extraordinary. Think of creative ways to sell your product or your service. Try creating a global reach, or maybe even dent the universe. So these points are actually pretty special to me. Because when I sat to write the script, I was like, what can I say to every one of you today where you're going to be able to take home something that you learned, something that inspired you? So I remembered some words that I wrote on the cover of my notebook in the second year of running this company. Yes, these exact words. But here's the thing. These are my points. I want each and every one of you to make yours. So you'll turn to it as a focal point throughout your journey. So you must be thinking, why 9 points? Why the number 9? Well, 9th of May is my birthday and also my lucky number, which brings me back to point number 1. Prioritize yourself. Thank you.